Hey everybody, so we're going to start on replacing the planks in the gate, as well as we're going to be using a miter saw and a couple other items. So please stick around, check out the video, and I'll see you guys there. Thank you for watching. Alright everybody, so I'm going to do this video in increments. I'm going to show that I'm removing the nuts for the carriage bolts, and then I will stop the video. I'll set everything else up, including the table saw. We'll get one of these planks out, I'll measure it, and we'll go from there. So I'm using the M18 Surge. Hope you guys' day is going pretty well. A lot of these planks are pretty bad. I don't want to come off. Looks like most of these aren't going to want to come off. Okay. That one came off. It looks like most of the ones on the bottom aren't going to come off. Just spinning. Have to cut them off. Alright, so I'm gonna try to get these off, see what I can do, and I'll bring you guys back when I'm going to go to the next stage. Guys, some progress. I got most of the panels knocked out. All I did was break these nuts wouldn't come off on the carriage bolts on the bottom. So what I did is I just pushed the wood over about up here. Let me see. Let me push it down a little way. There you go. So what I did is I just used a hammer, pushed the wood about right here, and then shoved it over, and then hit it from the bottom. So it basically split the wood right there. So that's how I got most of these out. Just split the wood is all I did. There ain't no turning back. panel's already out and the gate's not attached to anything, so I want my dogs to run off. This one right here that's still standing is actually encapsulated with this giant bolt that I put here and this smaller bolt. So I'm gonna have to slide these hinges down a little bit, at least on the top, and unbolt this. That way I can get the panel out. But I'll bring you guys back. I'm gonna keep doing this. I don't want the video to be too long. And this is easier than a time lapse. So I'll bring you guys back when I'm on the next step. It's getting kind of windy out here. I went and grabbed an angle grinder. And yes, I'm wearing flip-flops. All the bolts are off. Nice, easy, quick work of that. Trying to readjust the gate is what I was trying to do. But it's looking like it's not gonna be easy to readjust. The post down here, this post doesn't want to turn, and this one turns, but it's making it too close to the wall, so it's just gonna have to be the way it is. I can get you guys closer up. This guy right here turns. The one on the bottom isn't wanting to turn at all, and that one is pretty messed up. I take the camera off the tripod. This one is where the wall chipped out, and I haven't figured out how I want to fix that yet, or how I want to go about it. It is nice and stiff, so this piece over here is definitely holding. This screw piece might be stuck in the brick. It might be why it doesn't want to turn, but I'll figure it out when I get there. The whole goal is just to fix the gate. It does look like there's some rust and everything on this gate. Yes, Arizona gets rust just like everybody else. I don't know if I'm gonna fix it or if I'm just gonna leave it be. Probably because of the moisture where the wood was sitting there, and it rained and the wood got wet and swelled, and it probably, what looks like, swelled a portion of the metal and started rusting. It is what it is. I got it unhinged is what I did. I was trying to adjust it. It doesn't look like much of it wants to adjust properly. Like that. Dang, you're touching the house on the bottom for some reason. Oh, that's why it's not shoved all the way back there. It's still almost touching the house. Watch, I'll show you. I was trying to fix this. See how tiny the gap is on the bottom? I can't even put, I could barely put my pinky in. And when you go up, it just gets wider and wider and wider. I was trying to fix that. This one unthreads, so I had it threaded twice, counterclockwise twice, it brought this side out pretty good, but I don't want to unthread it 7 or 8 times just to get it to look right. And this piece of wood, I installed this piece of wood. The gate used to swing both directions, so I put that piece of wood there so the gate would bounce and hit that. But it's not easy to adjust. You know, where it's at now, it's almost touching the ground, which I have to lift it up slightly. And if I lift it up too much, I won't be able to put that 2x4 back on this side where I can mount it and this physically works again. So, you know, I guess if I have to, I can always move this up if I have to. But just showing you guys what's going on. I did bring out some tools, the grinder, the 1/2" mid torque, the surge is out here, the flex volt miter saw is out here, 2 batteries on it, ready to go. I brought out the Milwaukee D-handle jigsaw because we're going to have to cut out the notches for those brackets. These brackets right here are going to have to cut out notches, so I'm going to use the jigsaw for that. And I'm going to get I'm going to show a couple planks being cut, and then I'm going to cut the rest off camera. So, see you then. Alright, I'm measuring for this from this older board. Measuring to make sure that it is the right length. It's 5 foot. This board's kind of warped. 5 foot and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 foot 5 inches and 3/4 of an inch, or 65 inches and 3/4 of an inch. So I did use, sorry about that, I did use one of the older good boards. It a little too long, just a hair. Got this one. We'll measure it. Make sure you cut on the outside of the line, not the inside, or you'll be short. gonna check this board. Bring you guys over here. Guys like right there. There. A little bit longer wouldn't be a big deal. So I can go a little bit longer. That might have been one of the shorter boards. Boards. Looks like I can go, I don't know, a little over a 16th larger. So this board seems a little wider than the last board. Gonna do one more test cut. See how it looks there. I didn't make it that much longer. Just a little bit. Test this one real quick. And then I'll bring you guys back. As soon as I get all of them cut and everything. We're gonna have to drill the holes also. That's just slightly too big. We're gonna have to go a little smaller. Just a little bit. Alright. I'll bring you guys back as soon as I have everything done. Alright everybody, so I'm back. Alright, so I'm actually just putting slots in just to drill the holes so I know where the board needs to sit. Some of these are a little bit tight, but it'll be okay. These holes are definitely not going to be in the center of these boards. Out here too. get a little bit of that on video as well. Thought this might be a little bit better than a time lapse. So you guys can let me know if you like it or not. I will definitely have to make the holes a little bit bigger. I don't know why all of a sudden it's windy out here. There's the fourth panel. These panels are actually going to be set in their specific spot, so 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to actually have to sand these down as well. Definitely sand them before I paint them. Sure, I'm in your guys' way. The fifth one. I'll bring you back as soon as I'm done. I'll bring you back when I start to sand and paint. Alright everybody, it's a little windy out here. I'm going to try to, I don't understand why, all of a sudden, out of fucking nowhere, it's got to go flying everywhere. Kind of ridiculous. Put some of my tools inside before they end up with dirt all over them. Be right back, guys. How it always is when you got something to do, all of a sudden the wind and everything's got to pick up. Alright, so I marked this spot for the very last board before I can drill the holes into it because I got to slide it in. slots that I cut out. Like that. That one should be good enough. Don't have to be perfect. So I can get you guys a little closer. Here. Went a little deep on that one. Little knobber. It'll do. I'm gonna bring you over here and see if it fits. And then I'll bring you back when I'm about ready to paint one or two of them. They're a little bit big, but they'll do. If I need to take the panel back out, definitely won't be in my way. Drill this other panel real quick before it falls. Alright, last panel's done. Gotta sand it and paint them. It should be good from there. Alright everybody, so I'm going to just sand one of the boards real quick on camera, and then we'll go to something else. I need to go grab sandpaper. Just 120 grit sand net sandpaper. All we're doing is a quick sand on it. What I'm going to do after I get all of them sanded is we're going to take them inside and we're going to paint them. I'm not going to paint them out here because it's too windy, but it's bare paint and primer. We'll paint them, let them dry in the house and everything, and then I'll finish the gate. I'll have to figure out how I'm going to block the gate from the gate opening. But all these holes are actually correct. I forgot about it. They're 1/4 inch holes is what I drilled, and the carriage bolts I grabbed are 1/4 inch, so that should be fine because that was the original carriage bolt size. So we'll go from there. All right, so they're all sanded down. There's a couple against the door right there. I'm going to pop this can open. Gonna mix it, and I'm gonna probably paint 1 or 2 of them on cam. First coat. I'll let you guys know at the end if I did 2 coats or how many coats I did and blah blah blah. I don't think I need to bore you guys with hours worth of painting. this mixed up. It is kind of a pinkish hue. This is water-based, so it should be pretty easy to clean up. That's what the lady was telling me. Crimson Red has this kind of a pinkish purple, kind of reddish hue until you get more than one coat on it. Dropped a little bit on the floor. It'll be alright. Me doing this, you're not going to see the grain anymore, but, you know, I'd rather wood last a while than see the grain, to be honest. It does kind of have a, like a purpley look to it. This can should do the back gate too whenever I get that one done. Bring you guys close in a second. Clean up whatever spills on the floor. You know, it's just the living room. It'll be alright. That's one. It's kind of hard to show on camera. It's got a really light hue to it. You know, seeing it on paper is totally different than seeing it actually on a board. That's what they showed it to me on, was the paper. I'll do one more board, and then I'll do the rest off camera. It does look pretty though. It definitely on the wood doesn't look as pink. Maybe like a magenta-y color. It's starting to darken by itself. So I'm assuming maybe the wood's taking it up. Hand's starting to cramp. Okay. So I'll bring you guys back when I have the second coat and they're all done. We're about to install them on the gate. Alright everybody, so I'm going to give you guys a quick update. The painting's taking a lot longer than I wanted it to take, but I gotta get multiple coats. The bottom of the boards, I already got 2 coats on. I might be doing a 3rd coat. The top, this is the first coat. I'm waiting for it to dry. It says minimum 1 hour between coats. So I sealed the back up, cleaned the brush. It's actually turning out a lot darker than the photos I posted on Instagram, but I did want to give you guys an update. The tools I used, vary based off the tools you have. I used the 120 volt max flex volt Dewalt double compound miter saw. I used it with 2 batteries. I just put the cable back on it, that way the slots don't get dusty. Dust collection bag doesn't work too bad. It didn't fill up very much because it was windy outside, which now the sun's out. You can see it through the door. The sun's out, there's no more clouds. It's now not windy. Of course, when you're doing projects and you're outside, of course it's windy. Only when you're doing projects. 2 of the batteries, I didn't even touch the 3 bars, but I'm charging them anyways. Whatever they need, they'll charge up. This one was in the light, that Dewalt Tool Connect light. I'm more than likely going to be installing this probably tonight when it's dark, so I'll be using that Tool Connect light up here to install them. Hopefully it won't be so windy. I did also collect the tools right here that I did use. I used the Milwaukee blower just to get the dirt and everything off the sidewalk. After I was done, I used this Dewalt 20 volt XR with a 4 amp hour battery, Orbital sander, and the dust chute works really well. Leave a card up here for Clint's channel as well. He just did a video on this guy, and I'll put a card up here for that video, 2-year review video. And he did find an accessory that I will actually be picking up a couple of them. They're about 20 bucks, but it's this quick connect with the ball bearings that Dewalt has for this bag, but it is for the vacuum attachment style. I used the Milwaukee Surge, the M18 Surge. I used it with 1/4 inch Milwaukee 1/4 inch Milwaukee bits. These are the titanium drill bits. I used a 1/4 inch and a 5/16. What's on here is the 5/16. 5/16 is for this bracket because that's the bolt size that I have is 5/16. 1/4 inch is for these carriage bolts that are going to be tacking the board, and I have all the holes drilled. I showed that earlier. I used the 1/2 inch mid torque to adjust the fence or the gate, get the square rectangular brackets that are clamping the gate to the wall adjusted. I used the Milwaukee D handle fuel jigsaw. I used which one is this? This is the 2980-20. This is the 4.5 inch to 6 inch with a 6 inch. I think this is a Diablo. Yeah, this is a 6 inch Diablo cutoff wheel. I used a 3 inch long, I think this might be a 4, I don't remember, 3 or 4 inch long Milwaukee Phillips number 2 shockwave bit to get the other screws out. These screws right here. I will be using a T25 Torx to install everything back for the 2x4, which is that guy right there, which I sanded and cleaned. That goes on the outside of the gate to hold this guy on the inside of the gate. So I'll have to drill the holes on the gate for that, which I haven't done that yet. The jigsaw was to notch out those two notches on the very last board, so that way the board wasn't in the way of the gate brackets hinges. And I also used the other day, which I'm going to be using it again today when I do the reinstall, the 998 DCD 998 with an 8.0. That drill is a ton better than the 996. I had nothing but problems with the 996, and I also use these cheap magnetic nut drive setters that I got from Tractor Supply. These are just the tools I've used, and I'm also using these Tough Bill sawhorses. That's what I'm using to paint these guys, which these are C700s. Yeah, they're the C700s. But just figured I'd show you guys what I was using. I already dusted off and cleaned off the best I could at the moment. There's still dust and sawdust and everything on it, but I'll clean it later. See there's dust right here and everything. All these tools worked well. Yeah, I'm using both black and yellow and black and red, Just figured to give you guys an update. The next time you see this, there'll be either 2 or 3 coats on these boards, and I'll already have them installed. So I'll bring you back then. Hey everybody. Alright, so this is just an update on the gate. I have not put the 2x4 on the front of the gate, and I haven't drilled the holes for this style latch. I did pick up, and I'll show you guys, I did pick up the older style latch the gate had, which was mounted to these 2 holes right here. I might have to move it and drill a hole right here, see if I can get it closer so that way I can mount the other style. If I can prevent from having to put a 2x4 on the front, drilling holes and putting wood screws and everything through all of these nice boards that I just finished sanding and priming and painting, then I would prefer to do that. This is just a heavier latch. I did move the gate closer to the wall by adjusting the thread on that, where the bottom's really close to the wall to begin with. And I can always unhinge this and thread this out a couple more times to get this side closer if I have to. It's an update. The gate's done. I just have it tie wired so that way it won't open so much, and I just have the chair shoved in front of it. That way my dogs wouldn't escape while I was gone. I like this latch. I really do like this latch. I don't want to have to drill a bunch of holes in the wood, and possibly splinter the wood. All of the carriage bolts and everything are new. They are 1/4 inch by 20 thread, 1/4 by 20 standard thread. But this is what it looks like. It's an update. I figured I can always do a separate update video, like a minute or something, showing you what latch style I went with. I did paint it with Rust-Oleum gloss protective enamel, and then I painted the second coat on the gate. Second coat was the high enamel. And I forgot to add a couple tools to the list, and I'll show you guys the tools. The paint I used, if anybody's interested in it, is Bear Base 9340. Let me turn the light on, maybe it'll help. There you go. if anybody's interested in that paint. Premium Plus exterior satin. But the tools I used, because I don't have a 10mm or 11mm. I don't know what happened to my deep well 11mm. I'll just have to pick one up. But the 998, as well as a tape measure, the 2980 4.5 inch to 6 inch angle grinder, Milwaukee Surge, Milwaukee 1/2 inch mid torque. I used a 1/4 inch spiral drill bit and a 5/16 drill bit. This was just to clean the yard, which was the blower. I used a 11/16 socket, a 9/16 socket, as well as a 7/16 socket, a 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch adapter, just giving you guys an update. Here's the adapter. Milwaukee fuel jigsaw, a Dewalt 20 volt XR brushless random orbital sander, a nut driver set, magnetic nut driver set, which was size 11 and size 1/2 inch, 3 inch Milwaukee Phillips. And here's the other latch. I'm not sure if I want to put this back up, which is what that 2x4 right here is. I haven't even painted this 2x4. Two sawhorses, C700 sawhorses, camera equipment, a Hero 6 Black with a Rode Video Micro mic, large tripod, the 120 volt max flex volt 12 inch double compound bevel miter saw, a hammer, Duralast AutoZone Chrome Moly vice grips. I use these for grabbing onto the carriage bolts and just threading them in, because some of the paint dripped into the holes that I drilled, 1/4 inch holes I drilled. So I just had to thread them in, and I ended up giving myself a couple blisters threading them by hand. So I went and grabbed vice grips and oh, this is an old Craftsman, I think. No, this is an old East Wing hammer. I don't remember what size this is. It might be like a 16 ounce. Just an update on the tools. Oh, this is the other paint I use, the Rust-Oleum Professional High Performance Enamel, because I ran out of the gloss. And I'll show you guys real quick, just to give you guys the finalized update. What I may be installing is I'm going to see if I can get this guy to work. This is the similar style latch that the gate had originally. I just don't want to ruin the wood. I want to put, you know, 5 or 6 holes through that wood to hold the 2x4, and then I got to drill holes to hold the 5/16 lag bolts, and you know, I don't want to deal with that. So I'll see if I can get this to work. This was like $8 at Home Depot. But just a quick update, sneak peek on a future video. This is going to be the end of the video. And, you know, I can always bring you guys back on a separate video, and, you know, like a 1 or 2 minute video update on what I used for the latch. You know, if that latch won't work, even though I could drill holes and it just doesn't work, then I will go back to the 2x4. But I appreciate you guys sticking around. Hopefully the video wasn't too long. I think it might be put together, it might be 30 minutes, I don't know. I did try to cut out a lot of stuff. Let me know if you guys like when I do stuff like this, where I just edit 5 or 6 videos into one video to make it shorter. Or let me know if you guys would prefer a time lapse. I can experiment with the Osmo Action's time lapse because I haven't had enough experience with the Osmo Action to know if I'm going to like the time lapse or not. But I do appreciate you guys hanging around with me today. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. Smoosh the bell notification icon for future updates. Go check out my Amazon affiliate links, my Acme Tools affiliate links, my DJI Electronics affiliate links, as well as my Ohio Power Tools affiliate links. If you guys want to remind me in the comments, I'll try to put links to all of these tools if there are any of these you guys are interested in. And I'll put the links in the description if I can remember. If I don't remember to do it, just let me know and I'll put them in a comment. And I'll pin the comment for you guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!